Hi guys, the banker here from GroupTraders.com. Just like to run you through another trade which I took, a London close trade. This was on July the 15th, which was a Tuesday, and it occurred, as you'll see, around about 8 o'clock UK time, so that would be 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I'll run you through the reasons why I took this trade, and again why it's one of my favourite times of the day to trade. One of the first things I'd like to point out is this run up here. This is a huge run up, a huge run up of 300 plus points, 324, okay, over a couple of days that is. But on this particular day, the range 216 points, something like that. As I've mentioned before, the average daily range on cable sterling dollar is 140 pips. So anything over that is considered large. Anything above 175 is considered extremely big, and it's definitely a time when I'm looking for reversal trades. Around about the London close, because again, I'm based in London. I know when the traders go home. I know what they do when they go home. They close their books and off they go. And there's nobody left on the desk by 5:30 UK time. I can tell you that from experience. So when they're not trading, they've taken their profits and everyone's taken it with them. And this is what happens. It retraces 140 points. Okay, that's a huge retrace. In fact, as a percentage, that is, well, what is it? 60%, 65%, something like that. Okay, this is why I love those trades. Anyway, the first thing to point out, this is the 15-minute chart. First thing to point out is huge range. And look at this. Beautiful support. Okay, it's come down. The price action's come down to around 20011. Moved up, come down again to 211, 212, up again, and 3 times it's hit. This is the third time it's hit around 211, 210, 20010. Okay, beautiful support. End of the day. So what would be the reason for that to push further down? Everyone's gone home. The whole move over 2 days has been people have been buying the pound, selling the dollar. Everyone's gone home around this time. There'd be no real reason for this to retrace further after it's hit these two, after it's hit support and it's bounced off again. It could happen, of course, but these types of trades I like to take because I really feel that the probabilities are in our favour at this time of day. Anyway, you can see the support there. I'm going to move to the 5-minute chart. You can see it a little more clearly here now. Okay, so here we go down. And please note my Bollinger Band set up here. Okay, in my trade plan, we know that I like to take trades in the opposite direction when my Bollinger Bands are hit and the price moves through them. I like to take trades in the opposite direction, in that direction. Okay, so goes through Bollinger Band, comes down again. This is what I call exhaustion. It can't get through the Bollinger Band again. Okay, moves up. I wasn't around for this, but I may well have taken this trade if I was around. Says 3:30 there. It's actually 4:30 UK time. I was away from my desk. But anyway, moves up. Doesn't get quite down to 210, but thereabouts. It's on the Bollinger Band. Moves up around. Comes back here. Okay, right. And this is where I got in. And I didn't have any MACD, really. What I did have, though, in my favour was CCI. It spiked really quite sharply down here, way outside its oversold territory. Okay, as has stochastics, and it's moving back up. So again, for confirming indicators, I've got the range, I've got the time of day, crucial, that's 2. I've got CCI 3, I've got stochastics 4. In fact, I do have a little bit of MACD divergence down here. There. Okay, I'll leave that on. Just down here. So that's, excuse me, that's 5 decent indicators. A confluence of 5. So, I got in the trade as it spiked through my Bollinger Band around 211. Stop 15 pips below, around 96, 1,996. Didn't even get close. In my favour all the way. Took half when it spiked outside my Bollinger Band up here for the first time. Took half at 35 pips. Beautiful. 36 pips, it was actually 35. Stayed in half. Took the other half when it spiked out again up here. Okay, beautiful, beautiful trade. So let's work it out. Got in at 15. 35 on that half. No, it was 30 on that half. Got in at 15. 30 on that half. And out at around about, can't remember the exact pippage, but it was, let's move on to the first, onto 1 minute chart. Excuse me, I've got a bit of a throat on today. Where were we? Here we are. I've got it here. There, 30. And again, I came out another 46. Could have taken it a bit higher, but hey, who's counting? 30 on one half, 45 on the second. So that's a really basic trade, and the reason I took that, just to review, is lovely support along here, time of day, MACD divergence, the range, and the CCI and stochastics. I didn't even look at the Fibonacci. That could have worked in my favour. Let's have a look. From the bottom, I suppose you can make these things work for you, but I will. What is that? Fibo properties. Don't want it yellow. I want it red. No, I mean the Fibonacci wasn't working, but I wasn't even looking at that, so it doesn't really matter. But it is another factor we could have put into that. In fact, if you'd have plotted it from somewhere slightly different, sorry for this messing, but could have plotted it from the low of the move up to the high of the day. So no, there's nothing really there. Might have been 78, but I haven't got that plotted in. I'll take that out. But anyway, that was the reason for my trade. In fact, as I've been looking at this to record for you, there is another trade that could have been taken. Like I said, I was away from my desk, but it was perfectly valid. Down we come. Price moves through the Bollinger Bands, moves up, and then back down again. It doesn't get through the Bollinger Bands. That's what I call exhaustion. Okay, in you get in around here, or there's a railway tracks here on the candlestick. Could have got in around about 215, 217, and there's 40 pips in it. Even if you didn't take all the pips, there's a good 30. So there's plenty of trades around about the London close. So this is why it's my favourite time of the day. Okay, I'm going to have to wrap this up here. It's gone on slightly too long, but you get my point. Okay, there are more examples of this on grouptraders.com. If you want to find more about it, please send me an email at admin@grouptraders.com. Good night. Thank you very much.